Be a long time before I forget what we've all been through, though. And the bitch who caused it.
There is no doubt that this pollen caused the illness.
Yes, I thought it must be something like that.
You know about this pollen, then?
Oh, yes, yes. Any naturopath or herbalist would. Is the traditional poison of many of the Aboriginal tribes.
If you had some idea what had caused this illness, why did you not say so?
Well, I mean, who would have taken any notice of me? And I couldn't be sure that it was that. After all, there aren't any pandanus palms around here, are there?
No, that does present a problem. But someone administered the poison to the women, and you were the obvious choice.
You're mistaken, Mrs. Davidson. I wouldn't do any such thing.
Not even if it meant it proved your point, that you can cure. I know that you feel you have been unjustly imprisoned. I suggest that you created this disease in order to force the authorities to admit that you have the ability of a natural healer.
You can't blame me for this. You have no proof.
No, we haven't. Not as yet. But if we do find that proof, I assure you, you will be charged. And the charge will be administering a poisonous, noxious, or destructive thing with intent to harm, discomfort, or annoy. It carries a maximum penalty of 2 years. The matter will be thoroughly investigated, I can assure you.
But I didn't do it.
Then the matter need not concern you, need it?
Do you reckon you're well enough to be playing cards, Bea?
Oh, yeah. I've had spots in front of my eyes for weeks, and might as well have them on the cards.
We were real worried about you, Bea.
Yeah, I know you will. It takes more than that to get a tough old bird like me down.
Hey, Margot, how about taking a bet for something tomorrow? I saw something in the paper I fancied.
No way. I've given all that up. Can't risk it. I'm getting out in a couple of days.
Oh, well, come on, I feel lucky.
Forget it. Why don't you get someone else to make a book?
Why bother? I'll wait until you come back.
Don't hold your bloody breath. I'm not coming back.
We all say that.
I mean it. I'm going straight. Wayne got out of Pentridge a few months back and he's got a job and a house for us.
Don't tell me you're going to get married at last.
Well, don't know about that, but we're going to settle down and make a real go of it.
Well, I hope you do, Margot, but you know, you got to be real careful because you just put 1 foot wrong and they slam you straight back in here.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to put a foot wrong, am I? I tell you, I'm sick to bloody death of this joint.
We all? Well, maybe you can make it. At least you've got someone waiting for you on the outside, and that's the main thing.
Oh, Bea, you look so much better. For a while there, I thought you was a goner. Can I join in the game?
No, you can't. I want to have a word with you. Last time you were out visiting Sid, you brought stuff back in for Evelyn, didn't you?
Yeah? So what?
What exactly did you bring in?
I don't know. Don't know anything about that sort of thing. She gave me a list. Sid got most of the stuff she wanted. What are you on about, Bea?
What exactly did Evelyn have? I've got to know.
Well, you're not still against her, are you? I mean, she made some of the women better.
Will you just listen to me for a minute? Amongst the stuff you brought in, was there any pollen from a palm tree?
Pollen? Yeah, there was, from a palm tree with a funny name. She reckoned it was a good tonic.
Good tonic? It's bloody poison, and that's what makes us all sick. And she gave it to us.
Oh, she wouldn't do that. Would she?
Of course she would. She thought if she could make us all sick and then cure us, she could prove she shouldn't be in here.
But that's a terrible thing to do. Did the screws know?
No, but the doctor does. Nothing he can do about it, though, because he can't prove Evelyn brought the pollen in.
Well, are you going to tell him that Lizzie brought the stuff in for her?
No. I'm going to deal with her myself.
Excuse me?
Yes.
I want to see Margot Gaffney.
Not at the moment, I'm afraid. If you come back tomorrow at the normal visiting hours, you can see her then.
But that's the problem, you see. I work during the week and most of the weekends, and I just don't get the chance to get up during normal hours. She's getting out soon, and we got a lot of things to work out.
Are you a relative?
No, I'm, well, we're sort of engaged. Look, I know it's up to the governor. Do you reckon I could have a word with her?
You already have. I am the governor, Mrs. Davidson.
Oh. Oh, how do you do, Mrs. Davidson? I'm Wayne Bradshaw. Me and Margot, we've been going together for a long time now, and I just wanted to make sure things were perfect for her when she came out. I know it's irregular, but please, if I could see her just for a few minutes.
I'm sure that could be arranged. Julie, would you ask Mr. Fletcher... Oh, Mr. Fletcher, this gentleman has come to see Gaffney. I've given my permission for a brief visit.
Did I know you from someplace?
Yeah, Mr. Fletcher. From Pentridge.
Ah, yes, that's right. Bradshaw, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Always rather cocky and sure of yourself, weren't you, Bradshaw?
No, I've changed, Mr. Fletcher. I'm going straight now.
Yeah, I've heard that song before.
No, really, me and Margot, we're going to make a go of it this time. Keep our noses clean.
Sit down over there. Mrs. Davidson?
Yes.
He's an ex-con. You still want him to see Gaffney?
Well, he's obviously heard a facto. He seems genuine enough. I see no point in stopping the visit.
How do you know that's really true?
Well, Bea wouldn't lie to us.
Yeah, but she might get it wrong, mightn't she? I mean, she's always been anti-Evelyn, so has the doctor.
The doctor could be lying, but Bea wouldn't.
I think Judy might be right, Lizzie. Maybe Bea didn't get it quite straight.
All right, girls, what's all this about?
We was just talking, Bea.
Just having a bit of a natter.
About this business with Evelyn. You don't believe me, do you?
Of course we believe you. We just think the doctor could be leading you up the garden path a bit.
Oh?
Yeah, well, he's always had it in for Evelyn. You can't trust anything he says.
Well, let's see if we can get it straight from the horse's mouth. And what did the governor want?
Oh, nonsense. Do you know they had the cheek to accuse me of starting this disease by poisoning everyone just so I could cure them and prove the worth of herbal medicine? Isn't that ridiculous?
I don't know. That is the way it was, isn't it?
Oh, don't tell me you believe that rubbish as well.
What I don't understand is how you can cure people when you don't even know what's wrong with them.
Well, I could see the symptoms. That was all I needed to know. I am good in my business. I'm one of the best.
And I thought your business was curing people, not making them crook. You put that pollen in our food, didn't you?
Pollen? What pollen?
The same pollen that Lizzie brought in for you, the pollen from the palm tree.
No, of course it wasn't.
That's what you had on the list.
Well, I didn't use it to poison anyone.
And you won't mind me telling the screws about Lizzie bringing it in, will you?
Oh, they'd never believe me then.
No, I don't suppose they would, any more than I do. But then a full-scale inquiry could only prove you're innocent.
No, I don't want to go through all that.
Why not? Wouldn't it be best to have all doubt removed? That is, unless you've got something to hide.
I think I'll tell Davo now.
No, you mustn't.
Well, then maybe you just better tell us the truth.
Well, I did sprinkle the pollen on some of the food.
Oh.
You bitch, you poisoned us.
It was my only chance to prove myself. I knew I could cure you all again.
You mean you made everybody sick and nearly died just to prove that?
You rotten mongrel.
Oh, now, hang on, girls, hang on a
She's
minute.
got to pay for what she did.
Oh, and she will. But it's going to be long and slow, just like that sickness, and it's going to be a lesson you're never going to forget, Evelyn.
Randall, what's the matter with you?
They're going to do something terrible to me.
Who is?
B. Smith and the other women. You've got to help me. You've got to give me protection.
Where are they now?
Oh, in the recreation room.
All right, come with me.
No, I'm not going back there.
Oh, don't be ridiculous, Randall. I'm with you now. No one's going to hurt you. Come on.
Well, I reckon we ought to show her that she can't get away with it.
Go.
All right, why have you been threatening Randall? Smith, what's going on?
Just the usual boring recreations, Mr. Fletcher. Now, if you send us in half a dozen blokes, we'd show you some real indoor sports.
Why have you been threatening Randall?
When?
Just now. Isn't that right, Randall?
I didn't hear anyone threaten her. Did you, girls?
No.
I didn't. You must have got the wrong impression, Evelyn. Mind you, I did tell her what I thought of her herbal remedies, but that's all.
Well, Randall?
They did threaten me.
Why? Why would we threaten you? What have you done?
It's a fair enough question, Randall. Why would they threaten you?
Well, they've got this stupid idea I